What? How are you feeling? Big week going into game week here.
Feeling great, very excited, very anxious, just ready to go. Looking forward to the preparation throughout the week, and just looking forward to getting better and getting ready for Pittsburgh.
What have you seen on tape so far, and how big a role do you plan on having on Sunday?
Well, that's up to my coaches. So, however much I play, when I'm in there, I plan to just do my job and try to make an impact the best as I can, as best as I can. As far as film, we see what everyone else sees. Veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winning quarterback, really great receiver, and a really good running back, and a good offensive line. So, from a defensive standpoint, we got to come out there ready to go, stop the run, ready to stop the run, and ready to limit AB as much as we can.
Briean, you know what it's like to come in here and be claimed on waivers like you were a year ago and make it work. And obviously, they just claimed 5 guys, but you're the only survivor from a year ago. What does that feel like when you get picked up on waivers and then go to a new team? And
it feels amazing. I remember last year I was in the laundromat when I got the call, getting my stuff cleaned up because I didn't know where I was going to go.
Were you in Jacksonville?
I was in Jacksonville at the time, yes. And my agent called me. He told me the news, and I was just extremely excited. And I'll never forget that feeling.
Oh yeah.
And I know that a lot of guys' dreams were made yesterday just by getting claimed off waivers. So I made sure I preached that to the guys that were here too. So if you're not here, if you get cut, just know I got cut last year too. And you just never know where your journey will take you.
How did they tell you got cut? How did it happen in Jacksonville? Like, how did it go?
They just called me, told me to bring in my playbook. They said they really enjoyed me, like where I was at. They actually offered me a practice squad spot. So it was like they looked at me as a guy that they could develop in the future.
Did the head coach do that, or who did that?
It was between the head coach and the GM.
Now, when you're sitting there and you walk in, are you thinking? You kind of know what's coming. They said,
oh no, as soon as you get the phone call, you know you're cut.
Yeah.
I guess it's just a matter of are you going to get a practice squad spot or not.
So then how do you feel? I mean, you've always had to fight for everything, and it sounded like you were fairly close to making it last year in Jacksonville. So how did that feel at that point for you?
I'm used to it. I've always had to fight for everything in my life, so fighting and working hard, it's really the norm for me.
Go ahead. I was going to ask you, what is it in you that allows you to kind of not have that where I get too depressed or whatever?
I think it's where I'm from. I'm from Wilmington, Delaware, and it's a lot of people that are doing a lot worse things and are in a lot worse circumstances than I am. So for me to be woe me or look at me or not work hard and cry for the things that I don't have when it's a lot of people that are way less fortunate than I am. I'm talking about people that grow up without parents, you know. So something like football, it's really not that big of a deal. So why not go hard and why not put my best foot forward when there's people out here who are living way worse than I am?
Yeah.
You know?
When you, the other thing too I wanted to ask you too is when you felt you came in here, did you think they really were going to give you a shot, or how did you feel about that?
I had no clue. And it's all I can do is go out here on this practice field and make plays, and that's how I determine my destiny. But at the end of the day, I am not a decision maker.
Yeah.
I know that it's a business in terms of players coming and going, but how surprised were you guys in that DB room when Joe Hayden was let go?
Extremely surprised. That's a guy who has a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in this program. So just to see a guy like that of his caliber go, I think the whole building was surprised actually.
Have you had a chance to talk with him since he left?
Yeah, I caught him on his way out, and he just said some kind words to me. He said, he's out of here. He loved every single moment that he had here. He said, "Love you." And we'll talk. And I know. We were teammates here, but like I said off the field, we became brothers, and he was a really good friend, a really good mentor to me.
What have been your early impressions of Peppers? You've gone through training camp with him a couple games. What do you think of his ability?
Oh, he's a first-round caliber. He's a really good player. He's a guy who, as you can see, does it all. He plays safety in college. He played nickel, played some linebacker. So he's definitely a versatile guy, and you can see that it's going to translate into this game.
What about him specifically, if there's one or two things that impress you about him?
I would say his instincts. He's very instinctual, and he's very smart for a rookie. I would say those two things are his top two qualities.
When you are a guy who's always got to fight for everything, what is your mindset each day going to practice and that, and knowing, like you just said, hey, Joe Hayden could get cut, get happened, and you've been cut. How do you handle that?
Win every rep and make plays. It's simple. You go out here and you do that every day, it's going to be hard for someone to cut you. It's going to be hard for someone to get you out of here. So that's the mindset that I come in every single day. Don't make any mistakes and make plays.
What do you have to say about some of the Cleveland police saying that they're not going to hold the flag during before the first game?
I actually have no clue about anything. I don't even know what's going on with that whole situation.
What did you think of some of the players that decided not to stand during the national anthem?
That was their decision. You know, they're my teammates. I support them in whatever they have to do. But everyone decided to do what they do on their own accord, and they have their own reasons for doing so. So I can't speak for them because I didn't sit. But I'm going to support my teammates. I'm going to support my brothers in whatever they do.
Would it disappoint you to know that some of the Cleveland police officers might not hold the flag as a result?
They have their own opinion to whatever they want to do as well.
If you got asked this already, you don't have to answer it. But when a team cuts a guy like Joe and a guy like John Greco, a couple of veteran guys, does it feel like maybe the plan is down the road and not so much to win right now?
I wouldn't. Me personally, I don't look that far down the road. You know, like I said, I'm just here to support my teammates, give us the best chance to win. I don't really look forward into like decisions and stuff like that. I'm still a young guy, so
Right, yeah.
I'm still kind of wide-eyed to everything. To be honest, I'm still learning. So the Joe. Some people can say they saw the Joe thing coming. Some people can say they didn't. But me, I'm wide-eyed. I don't see anything coming. You know, let alone I barely know what play is coming next. Let alone what they're doing upstairs. So. I think we're just focused on winning. We're just focused on Pittsburgh, just focused on doing what we got to do to win this season.
What is it about maybe one or two things that happened in your life that has able to give you the ability to, all right, I can focus on this. I'm not going to get distracted by that. They can tell me I can't play, but I'm not going to buy into it. What experience have you had that maybe?
I would say my dad passing away. I would say that would probably be just the main thing. I don't know if I would have to, but that's just like the biggest thing that I can think of.
How old were you when that happened?
7.
Oh, wow.
7. I was 7 when that happened. So when that happened, I think that just kind of put a fire in me, and I kind
Fire
of
did you want?
to be successful, to be great, because he was a great man. He died at the age of 23,
Oh, wow.
and he had his own business. He had his own barbershop. He took care of his kids. You know, he took care of his family. And that was just something that I wanted to implement.
And then in terms of, did you ever have like a coach or somebody said, I know you can do this? Did somebody come along and just tell you, I know you can play? When you really needed to hear it or something?
No, I can't think of one specific coach. I have a lot of great coaches that it really took a village to raise me. You know,
Yeah.
it was a lot of people. I can't single one person out. I would just say all my coaches throughout high school, basketball, football, track,
Yeah.
just every single coach that I've probably ever had.
What is playing for Greg Williams like for you?
It's amazing because he does a great job of simplifying things, which allows us to play fast.
Has he yelled at you a lot or not?
Have you seen it?
Yes, I'm asking.
All right, yeah. So there you go. Yeah. So
how do you handle that? And seriously, okay, so, you know, and he really gets into you. How do you handle that?
you take it for what it is, and then you move on. You know, he's not doing it to, if he's yelling at you, it's not to hurt your feelings or anything.
Yeah.
It's probably because you did something wrong. So just correct the mistake and just move on. Like I said, it's no ill will behind it. He's just, you know, he just has high expectations for us.